Hi, these are our commercial mixers, and I would just like to do a very, very quick lesson on how to use these. First of all, these are our big bowls. These bowls go with these mixers. Now, the first trick is getting them on, because sometimes they're not hooked in when you come over here to use the big mixer. One side of the bowl has this knob on it, the other side does not. This knob goes in this hole. Alright, so I'll come back here and I'll put it in there, and then these holes have to slide on these pins, okay? And you just lock it on, and there's one on each side, okay? So there's the other one. So the bowl is locked in here with that one knob, and then it's on these pins locked on here so that it doesn't move, all right? Because these have a great deal of power. We make our bulk batches of cookie dough here, we make our bulk batches of cinnamon rolls, and this whole thing will be shaking when these are on and moving, okay? So the next thing is the attachments. We have various attachments. This is the paddle attachment, and then up here, this is a wire whip attachment, very similar to the Mixmasters that you use at your table. And this is the dough hook, okay? And all of these go onto the mixer the exact same way. Okay. This is the top, and it has a pin coming out. And over here, let me see if I can turn this on just a little for a second. Okay, that's not going to cooperate with me. There, maybe we can see it there. There's the pin. So this goes down, the pin goes up, and then you turn it. So it should lock on. It should not come off. Okay? So your food goes in here, everything's good. The first thing you have to do is pick the bowl up, because if you see, there's all this room underneath here, and that's not going to do anything but mix the top. So on this side of the machine is a lever, and you just pull that and all the way down, and it raises your bowl up. And then when you're done mixing, you obviously lower the bowl. Okay? So I'll raise the bowl up. The next thing, if you try to turn this on right now, it's not working. Okay? A couple things have to happen. One, this cage has to be closed. That's a safety mechanism, so you can't reach your hand down in there while the machine is working. Then you also have to have some time. Think of it, like as a parking meter. There's got to be time on the meter. So depending on how long, if you need to actually time it and mix it for 5 minutes, you can set it for 5 minutes, or if you're going to just be mixing, you can set it. And then you push the green to start, the red to stop. Now, over here is the speed control. So if I turn this on and pull this towards me, that 100 means 100 revolutions per minute. Okay, that's 100 revolutions per minute. You cannot move this unless the machine's on. Alright, so if I turn it on and I want to speed up, I just start going faster and faster. And that's 400 revolutions per minute. Okay? And then you can slow it down. Alright, if you have any questions, and then cleanup. I want to talk about cleanup real quick. Sometimes students have this set way too fast, and they're going to mix stuff with a lot of flour, and then of course we have an explosion of sorts because flour goes everywhere. The accidents happen, but cleanup needs to happen after accidents happen. So for cleanup, when you're cleaning these, obviously you're going to take your bowl off, you'll take your attachment off, lower the bowl, undo it, and here's your cookie dough or your stuff, and somebody will be working with that. We now need to clean this area. And when you clean these, you start at the top and work your way down. It does no good to sit here and clean up all this flour and then come up here and clean all the flour up here, which falls right back down on here, and then you're doing it again. So you start at the top, you clean the top, the sides, start moving down, clean this, the handle, because we have food on our hands and then it's on the handle. Then you have to clean this cage. The cage is the biggest part that's kind of a pain because it has all these lines. You have to do the inside and outside, all right? You have to do underneath here because that's where food splatters, down, and you just keep working yourself down, all right? And then clean underneath it. Okay, when your teacher feels it's time to do a deep cleaning of the machine, you'll actually have people helping or have maintenance come up and tilt the machine so that you can get underneath these. These are hundreds of pounds, and so we don't just pick them up. But that's usually done, you know, every month, every other month, depending on how much they've been used. If they haven't been used, then you're in a good place. All right? If you have any questions, be sure to ask your teacher for assistance. Thank you.